people are ever gonna realize we're actually lovers?
No, I think they'll suspect it, but I think we hide it pretty well.
Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Between Me and You with Jordan Atondo and Andy Canchola. And I don't think you guys heard that, right?
What?
They're good. I mean, yeah, I don't know what they're talking
about. You'll edit that part out.
Yeah, of course. Jordan, I'm drunk already.
Already? I just got here.
No, I'm not drunk.
You've been drinking all day. You drink at work, don't you? You little alcoholic.
I drink at work. No.
Have you seen that video where I think it's a grandma or a mom, she packs a lunch for her daughter, but obviously her daughter's like older. I think she works at like... Okay. No, my bad. So this lady, she's a nurse at the hospital. You know why you can't open it? Because it's a Cowboys one. It doesn't work.
Go Cowboys.
I got you. Thank you. I don't want to touch. I don't want my hand to burn. But no, there's this video where... Dude, this thing keeps moving. There it goes. Okay. Cheers real quick. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, enjoy that. It's Vince's.
Hey.
Oh, man, I haven't had a Corona in a minute. That's delicious.
Yeah.
I want carne asada now.
It's pretty cold. Oh, I know. Carne asada does sound bomb.
But no, going back to it. So, no, there's this video where this older lady, she works as a nurse. And I guess, I don't know if she had like White Claws in her kitchen, in her fridge, but she was packing her lunch and she packed her White Claw and she was drinking at work. And they're like, "Are you drinking alcohol?" And she's like, "No, it's not alcohol. It's an energy drink." And they're like, "No, that's alcohol." And she didn't realize this was like a real thing. I think I saw it on TikTok or a Facebook video or something.
Damn.
But like, well, yeah, because the daughter recording her, she's like, "Mom, what'd you drink at work today?" She's like, "Alcohol."
Well, yeah, I mean, it looks like a regular can, so I could see why she would get confused.
Well, there's like, have you heard of? It's called Alani's. It's like another brand of like a seltzer, but they also make energy drinks. And literally, if you were to mix both of them, the energy drink and the seltzer, like the cans, if you mix those all in like an ice chest, you wouldn't know what you were grabbing unless you like really read it, because they look the design and everything looks exactly the same on both.
Yeah, see, that's dangerous. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm an alcoholic, so I'll drink it, but like I don't want to drink at work, like risk anything happening, and then that's it.
You never done it? It's fun.
Not at this job.
Some jobs I feel like you can get away with that stuff, because it's like this job's not that serious. Everything I do is not that crazy. Like, I can have a few brews.
Things I do at my job are pretty serious. So.
Oh no, yeah, yours. Yeah, I'm talking about like other jobs.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
There's certain jobs.
But yeah, I have drank at like we went to like a lunch with all of our like coworkers, and like everyone had a lot to drink, and I'm like, like we're still going back to work.
I think that's so cool. I've always wanted a job where like you go to lunch with like all your coworkers, and it's like, let's get some drinks, and like that's okay. Like your boss and everyone's with you, so everyone knows, and it's like you get a little buzz, and then you go back to work, and then everyone just kind of enjoys the rest of the day.
Yeah,
I think in like England or like over there in those areas, there's like a thing. Like you're allowed to have like 1 or 2 beers for lunch or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And that would make sense. They're like big alcoholics. They're like the capital of alcoholics. Maybe that's where we should go.
Germany.
Dude,
I heard Oktoberfest. I heard it's pretty badass, but I heard it's really touristy. You have to go.
Oktoberfest is?
Yes,
of course.
In Germany.
Well, so they cater to most of their crowd is going to be people that are coming overseas and stuff from the U.S. mainly, because we're the only ones I think that make things that like normally they like to them. It's just like, oh, this is just what we do in our neighborhood, or this is like our town. But like for us, we see it on movies, we see it on TV shows, we see everyone post about it. So for us, it's like, oh, that's like on my bucket list. And for them, they're like, we do this every year.
Yeah.
So I think they mainly cater to us tourists, and so they make it very touristy. Like I'm pretty sure, like they're like, if it wasn't for all you fucking Americans, we wouldn't be wearing these stupid ass like outfits. Like we only do it because you guys enjoy and you guys come more.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but no, I've always wanted to go Oktoberfest, and let alone I just want to go to. I think it's cool when like little towns like I think Yuma's done an Oktoberfest, like their own little version of it. Yeah. I've always want to go to one of those, like just be around a bunch of people and drink big beers.
Well, there's Cinco de Mayo, which is from Mexico, so that's pretty cool. There's a lot of tequila and stuff.
It's like Mayfest.
Mayfest, yeah. I had a quick question for you. So they asked me this question because
I'm probably gonna have a quick answer.
Yeah. So at work, someone was like, "Hey, I didn't know you did a podcast." And like I was like, "Oh yeah, like I do a podcast." Like, "Oh, like what do you do really?" I'm like, "Oh, well, we drink and we talk and we do current events and we just have fun." Mm-hmm. He's like, "Okay, cool."
Don't you hate when people ask like, what's your podcast about?
Yeah, because this podcast is literally nonsense.
It's very awkward too, because it's like you want to sell it to people to make them want to watch it, but it's like just watch it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and then so later on, one of my coworkers was like, How do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel like when somebody actually comes and asks you, like, "Oh, I saw you have a podcast." Like, how do you feel about that? Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I think we've talked about it. And I don't know if I talked about it here or over there on Slap on the Pod.
New episode.
At new episode 51. No, yeah. So I've talked about it where when I first was doing it, it was I felt a little like embarrassed or like timid to bring it up. Like the cool thing is like usually like my girl or like my parents or like whoever I'm with, they're like, "Oh, have you seen his podcast?" And I get real like, oh, like cringy, like, "No, it's nothing," you know. But then I think like, what am I doing? Like I'm hiding something that I should be proud of. This is like I should be, you know.
Showing it off,
telling people more. That's how I get, you know, more listeners, more followers and stuff. So, at first I would get a little like, oh yeah, that's what I do. Cause it's one of those things that like, especially when you tell older people, they're like, first off, what's a podcast? And then like, secondly, like, okay, like, is that just like your little like little hobby? And like, it's crazy. Cause it's, for me, it's not like, it's something I want it to really be a thing. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Well, and for people to understand that is like, ludicrous, because I mean, even though like we see these famous YouTubers and gamers, podcasting is something that like it's still kind of new.
Yeah. Well, and then that's what I was gonna ask you. Like 10 to 15 years ago, you tell somebody, "Hey, I want to be a YouTuber or gamers." They're like, "What?
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell is that?" Mm-hmm. But now I feel like it's starting to be more like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, I really want to do that. How do I get into it?" Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just thought that was a pretty good, interesting question.
No, that's a good one. Yeah, because even now, sometimes I still kind of feel a little different. But I mean, like I said, now that I think I've been doing it more, and I think if people that I tell like out in public or like someone mentions it, and like, yeah, I have a podcast, and they see it, they're like, oh, okay, like you really do, like you post it, and like you actually been, you know, like I can catch one like once a week or something. So it's like, yeah, this like it's not embarrassing because they're not just going to be like, you haven't posted in like fucking 3 months or something, you know?
Yeah.
So I think because I have something to like back up that, yeah, I do a podcast. They're like, oh, you really do.
Dude, and legit, this is the thing that I've done most consistently. We've been going at this since July 8th.
Yeah. If Thanksgiving week was the only week we missed one. And then I think the
COVID.
week of your wedding, right?
No,
or the
we
one
had
after. Oh, when you got COVID, that's right.
we got.
That was the only time. But honestly, yeah, we've been very on it, and like, so cheers to that. Cheers for staying consistent.
Cheers, dude.
Fucking Mike's in the way.
I know, and if you really look at it, like, I guess it's still a long time. I was like, July is right around the corner, but I mean, technically, it is.
What are you talking about?
I know. It's barely December.
We're still in this year.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about it. I mean,
it's like about to hit the 6 month mark.
Yeah, a year is like right around the corner. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna happen. Like, I didn't think we were gonna do it for this long. Yeah,
it'll come quick.
Yeah, and it's so awesome to see. Like, we're on episode 23 now.
22.
22.
Yeah, because last time we were like 21.
Oh yeah, 22.
Was it that one or the one before? I think we're 22.
We're in 22. Okay.
And if it's wrong, then just do a voiceover like 23.
But yeah, that's so crazy. I'm just really excited. And since you're throwing out Slob on the pod, go follow me on TikTok. I've been blowing up recently.
Yeah, definitely go follow him on TikTok.
Like,
and he's actually has some really good videos. There's one where he's getting tased, which I laugh at every time because the noises you make, like you sound like you're about to turn to a werewolf. You're like,
dude, it has 400,000 views.
That's insane.
I've never even thought of like someone's actually gonna watch this for 400,000.
I don't even think I know 400,000 people.
I don't think we even know.
I don't think I know 100 people.
Yeah, dude. So since you want to go watch Slav on the Pod, go watch my TikTok.
Yeah, they're a lot quicker too. So you can get through all of them real fast.
You can listen to him while watching my TikTok at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. I do it all the time.
Perfect. All right. So
what else we got?
Well, I think this is starting to become our other favorite segment, which is Raids and Rants. It's mostly rants, though.
Mostly bitching, mostly complaining. So I got one.
What's up?
One of my biggest pet peeves that I really strongly dislike is when I ask someone a question. You've done it to me. My girl does it to me like all the time. So let's just say I ask, hey, what do you want to have for dinner tonight? And she's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, how about we have, I don't know, pizza? And she's like, sure. I hate when someone says sure. Because it's either yes or no. When you tell me sure, you're pretty much saying like, not really, but if you want it, then I'll do it. Like, that's what you're pretty much telling me.
I get you.
Or like, I don't really fucking care. Like, yeah, sure, whatever, I don't care. Like, I fucking hate. That's why, like, whenever I ask you something and you're like, yeah, sure. You don't, to me, you're telling me you're not really into it.
But I say yeah.
Yeah, but you say yeah, sure. Why don't you just leave it at, yeah, that's cool. Or, yeah, that sounds dope. But instead, it's like, yeah, sure. Because like, especially when you text it, all I read is, yeah, sure. Yeah. Like kind of like, I guess,
but,
yeah, sure.
But my reaction in person is like, oh, yeah, sure. Like, yeah.
Even that sounds whack. Like, even if you try to like make it all exciting, you're like, yeah, sure. Like, that's still like, yeah, like you're just faking at that point.
No.
Because now you're turning like a okay statement into like just to make it like excited.
No.
So don't do it no more.
Okay. I'll take out sure from my vocabulary. But I do get it. A lot
of things you do that bug me though, so.
Oh.
That's the next week's episode.
Look, we'll go over the list of things that bother me. No, and I do get it because I know sometimes I'll ask Marley like, hey, do we want to do this? She's like, sure. I'm like, I don't know if she wants to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do get
second
you.
guess when people like, then like I said, it just doesn't seem like they're all in. Like, and I'm just like, just give me a yes or a no.
Okay.
Like sure to me is in the middle, like a maybe. You might as well just say maybe.
Okay. I'll work on that for you.
Because then by you saying sure, then I'm like, he doesn't really want to do this. Then I don't want to put all my all into it. Like if I send you like, hey, we should do this, like this bit, or we should do like this new segment, and you're like, yeah, sure.
So when I say yeah, I'm down, that's like, okay, cool.
Yes. When you say yeah, I'm down, or yeah, or like hell yeah, that
which I do
cool.
say that a lot. Okay.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And that's the thing is, you've said there's times when you said yeah, I'm down, or yeah, that sounds cool, and then you give me a sure. And I'm like, motherfucker. I was like, you son of a bitch.
Okay. I'll remove that from my vocabulary.
But even my girl, like, she'll tell me, like, she'll be like doing something, and I'll be like, oh, we should do this. And she's like, yeah, sure. And she'll look at me, and she's like, I mean, yes. Like, she knows. Like, yeah. And I'm like, what did I fucking tell you? Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Enough.
Right,
you okay? You okay? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Sure.
Sure. So I have a rant.
Okay.
My rant is, if you don't want to do something, don't go along with it and don't say you're going to do it. Just straight up tell me no.
Okay. I see where you're going with this.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you really don't want to do something, like...
Just tell me.
Tell me, dude. I can take a no.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd rather know that you don't want to do this than, like, you just, like, oh yeah, that sounds cool, and then like you just don't show up for it, or you like end up canceling on it. It's
yeah.
Like, if from the beginning when I asked you, and in your mind you're like, I don't really want to do that, or like the answer is no, just tell me no. Like you're not hurting my feelings, but I get it. There's a lot of people that you can't be straight up with them, and you can't tell them like, no, I don't want to do that, because then they'll be like, man, fuck you. Then like they'll get all crazy about it. But I'm not that person. All right,
I'm not either.
So if I ask you something, or if I say we should do this, or you should come over this weekend, and you're just like from the minute I ask you, you already know your answer is no, but you lead me on.
Tell me.
Just tell me, because because you're fucking me.
Yep.
Like then I get sad or like mad at you.
It's worse.
It's way worse.
Yeah.
I'd rather you tell me no, and I'd be like, all right, cool, respect. Like thank you for letting me know.
You're like, you know what? I'm gonna be busy that day. Like cool.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know. Like exactly.
Make something up if you have to. Whatever makes you feel better.
Exactly.
I'll be fine.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I just
That's a good one.
I would just rather you be straight up with me than lie to me and just tell me like no or I can't.
Yeah. Like sometimes I don't even mind when like if I ask them if they want to like meet up or something, like, oh, you know what? I'll let you know. Like I have this plan. That way I know. Okay, there's a possibility they may say yes or no.
They might say no. Yeah.
But like when you just tell me like yeah, like I'll make it, and then it's like. You already know all along, like, I'm probably not going to make it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm probably going to be at this party longer than I thought. I'm probably going to get, like, too drunk. So, yeah, it's probably best I just say no. Because then, if you surprise me, you're like, hey, like, I'm, like, I know I said no, but, like, if you want to go, like, I'm still down. Like, oh, we're down here. Like, come on down. And it's like, hell yeah. Like, it's like a little surprise, and it's exciting.
Or like, I guess I'll just save that one for next week. But yeah, now I'm thinking about all these rants. But yeah, I guess that was just one that I had on my mind, and I'm like, yeah, just be straight up with us.
That's a good one though. That's because you got my blood a little boiling when you said that. Too.
You're like, I fucking hate that. I could think of some people right now.
What?
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I just want to say a bunch of names and you just bleep out every single one.
I was just gonna say, do you have any raves?
I like this beer. No.
Let's go.
All right. I go on.
Okay.
I like when I come into someone's house, like especially someone I've like meeting them for the first time, and like they're very warming and welcoming. Like as soon as I walk in, they're just like, can I get you want anything to drink? Like because I've been to people's houses where it's just like, oh hey, what's up? And then we just sit down and we're just talking, and I'm like in my head, and I think it's because I think I'm a really good host. Like when people come to my house, I'll make sure there's like food or something or snacks or something. Now we can always offer them anything. That way they're not just sitting there like, man, I'm kind of hungry or like I'm kind of thirsty. Like and you don't want to be the one to be like, can I get something to drink? Like you would hope that the person that invited you to their home would be like, oh, like you want
water?
Drink? Yeah, you want a water? You want a beer or something? Like I love that. Like I love hospitality. But like I said, I think it's just because I give it off so much. And like I know I'm a really good host, so I think that's something that bothers me. But I get it. Everyone's different, and everyone maybe just doesn't want to offer me something. But like if you're gonna invite me to your house, like you might as well like, you know, is that bad?
Do you like when people get too comfortable in your house?
I do. I really like it.
Okay.
I love because like I've always that's the one thing. Like growing up, when we go to people's houses and they'd be like, man, like I'll be like, can I get a water? And they're like, dude, open the fridge, get whatever you want. You got to use the restroom, just go use the restroom. Like, just go for it. Like, you know, like they legit mean it like mi casa es su casa. And like I have that. So yeah. So when people come to my house, I feel like a sense of like, oh, they feel comfortable. Like sometimes like if someone goes to the fridge and like they'll just grab something out and I just look at them and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, that's cool. Like hell yeah. Like that's why we buy this stuff. So, you know, we can enjoy it, like drink it or eat it or whatever. So no, I love that. I love when people get comfortable. I don't think there's ever been a time when someone like I think most of the people that do that know there's a limit like to where they're just gonna eat all our fucking food.
Yeah,
start making their own food and stuff.
Like, I'm gonna go have sex in your bedroom, right?
Like, well, yeah, sure.
I guess
I'm a good host.
Sure,
I'm a good host.
Sure. No, and it's funny because I feel like I'm the opposite, but because of my parents. I remember my parents like, hey, why did that kid get our soda? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know why he got the soda. And like I feel like as an adult, it kind of rubbed off on me. And I know I shouldn't be like that, but I feel like I'm just like, why did he get my soda? Like,
I don't know. I guess that would make sense because like same thing with us growing up. Like I said, place we went to. For the most part, everywhere we went with my parents, we're like really good friends with them. So they respected my parents, and so they were just like, yeah, mijo, go ahead, get whatever. And that was another thing too. Is like when I was a little kid and like older adults that I just met would call me mijo. I'm like, oh, like they kind of like took me in already, and it's like I'm just one of the kids now.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed. Like I've been to your house multiple times, but I'm still like, hey, can I go to your bathroom?
I've never noticed. You know why? Because you don't go to my house as often anymore.
I know, because we're always working.
I can't even remember the last time you went to my house. So no, I don't remember that, Andy.
God, forget.
But
okay.
no, and see sometimes I kind of take offense if someone's like constantly like, can I grab a water or can I use the restroom? It's like
that's funny.
Like it's fun. Like I totally get it. I understand. You know, it's a respect thing, and I totally get that. And I thank you for giving me that respect. But at some point, like it's also kind of fucking annoying. Oh, I'm gonna go use the restroom. It's like, oh no, you know what? No, this time you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I gonna say? Can I use the restroom? No, you can't actually. Hey, and then just keep talking. They're like, oh, you really meant that?
Fuck. Like, I'm in trouble.
They're like, all right, I'm gonna go down to Circle K to use the restroom or something.
Like, hey, I'll be back.
Can you remember like a time when like you would get invited to like your friend's house and like you would just be like scared to do anything?
Dude, always.
Yeah.
That was always me as a younger kid because like I said, my parents were always like make sure you ask. Make sure you ask if you have to go to the bathroom. Make sure you ask if you can get water. Make sure. And I've just been like that.
Okay.
So like I remember as a kid, I was just always ask for everything.
I think because I went, like if I went to a friend's house, it was just me and my parents weren't around. I was just all on my own. So all my actions were like all myself. So then I was always just super like sometimes I remember I used to go to my friend's house and not use the restroom. I'd like as soon as I get home, I'd fucking beeline it to the restroom. I was like, gotta go. But just because I was like, I didn't have like, I was a little kid, so what am I gonna ask like these grown-ups like, hey, can I use your restroom? Well, like, what are you gonna do? Take a shit in there, you stinky fuck? Get out of here.
Get out of here. Well, let me ask you this: did you ever spend the night at your friend's house?
Yeah, but I didn't really like to spend the night at people's houses because like I said, just having that feeling of like, I don't know what I can and can't do here. I hated that.
Oh,
I didn't feel comfortable. Like I said, I didn't feel welcomed. But I knew when people came over, it was a whole different story. And for the most part, like most of my friends always wanted to stay the night at my house because my parents were so like, yeah, I mean, he'll do whatever, you know.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I mean, obviously to an extent, but like they always were like, oh, I want to go to your house. I'm like, can we stay at night at your house? Like, no, yours is better. And I'm like, all right. And so yeah, so for the most part, I would stay at night at some people's houses, but mine was always a preferred one.
I think still, well, of course, I've never spent the night at a friend's house. Like still to this day.
Really?
I mean, as an adult, I mean, you don't really spend the night at your friend's house, but
That's so funny that you bring that up because the episode I just did with Eric over there on Slap on the Pod.
fuck.
I asked that question. I was like, how come as adults we can't have like man sleepovers or like grown up sleepovers? And we talked about like why there's reasons why it's like, I think when you're like older, you have your own place, you have your own routine, and it makes sense. But it would be nice to like set it up to where it's like, no, like remember when you were a kid, you'd go with a packed bag so you could go to sleep in comfortable clothes, wake up, take a shower, and put fresh clothes on. And I think like I just see a sleepover now as like you go, you get drunk, you pass out in the clothes you're already in, so it's uncomfortable. And you wake up and you're all shitty and you have the same clothes on, no toothbrush, nothing. It's unplanned. And then like you're all hungover, you still got to drive home. Like you can't just like be lazy all day. Like I remember I'd sleep over at my friend's house and I'd have a bag packed, so I'd go to sleep and come. Like their parents were like, all right, go get pajamas on. We go change because I have a lot of white friends growing up, so it was like a lot of whitish things. Like they're like, all right, time to go brush your teeth, and I was like, the fuck. Like you guys brush your teeth?
You don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, I'm a grown ass man. No, and so like I would have like a bag with like sleeping clothes, and then I'd have my toothbrush, and I'd have like whatever soaps I needed the next day to shower, or if I want to shower that night, and it was more comfortable. Then the next day we'd sleep in, wake up, and they'd make breakfast. I'd shower, and then I'd be ready to go home, and like it was like more comfortable. So I think if we planned out like a sleepover to where it was like that, where like we came in like clothes, had a good time, then like at some point like switched into comfy clothes, continued like the party throughout the night, passed out, woke up, got a nice shower and brushed our teeth, put some fresh clothes on, and had some breakfast. Like it would feel like a lot more.
Jordan, I'm inviting you to my man sleepover.
Huh?
You and Eric are invited to my man sleepover.
Manslover.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Thank you.
We're gonna get super drunk and fall asleep.
Can I use your restroom?
No. No. You have to go outside.
But no, yeah, it's so crazy you bring that up because we were just talking about that, and I had that question because I was kind of like, I missed those days. Why can't we just do them as an adult? Like, why is it there's some things we can do as a kid but not as an adult?
Well, and it's funny because like I feel like my girl has had more sleepovers with like her friends.
Well,
but it's weird because it's females and compared to us males that we're just like, oh, that's kind of weird. But then like I'm like I kind of want to hang out with the homies all night.
Yeah, but it's funny because I truly believe that a guy sleepover is way funner than a girl sleepover. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe for, girls, the things they do are fun to them. But I just know if you were to put us like, say we had like, 4 girls and 4 guys and like we both had a sleepover in a house, our part would be way more fun. If anything, the girls would be like, can we do what you guys are doing? The
girls would probably just cheat. Okay. Everyone's like, oh.
That's a whole sleepover.
That's a whole sleepover.
With a whole bunch of girls. That's a hover.
A hover? That's good.
A hover.
So, Eric, if you're watching this, which I doubt it.
You're invited.
You're invited. If you actually watch this, message us right now and say you're coming.
Right now, like this second.
Pause it.
Waiting. Now we're going to wait.
No, we'll wait.
Yeah, we'll wait for you.
Come on, Eric. Join.
Just do it.
All right, cool. So you should be back now. Thanks for messaging us. And you're invited.
Yo, something I got to point out that we've been on point with, and I think this just shows how good our dynamic is, but every other sentence we somehow like sync up and we say the exact same
crazy.
shit. I don't know if you noticed, but we've done it like 3 times this episode already.
I know.
And it's fucking crazy.
I feel like it's because we're drinking the same beer. And I think this is the first time in Between Me and You history that I finished an alcoholic drink before you.
Well, also, are you drinking another one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. I thought you only grabbed one. My bad.
No, I've been waiting for you, honestly. But yeah, I think that's the first time ever that I've actually finished before you.
In my defense, I thought you only had one, so I was like, I'm going to pace myself because he already finished his one.
I can never open it.
You know why? Because it's a Cowboys bottle cap. And it doesn't work.
There you go,
Thank you, sir.
You can have any brew you want as long as it's Corona. Why does mine have less than yours?
Hey, Corona, what the fuck's up with that?
Okay.
Do you think they measure them? Or like they weigh them?
They have to.
Or like a certain amount goes in the beers?
I don't know. They have to. Okay, so we got some current events.
Yes, we do.
I feel like this is more sad current events, too.
Yeah, but I got one that can turn it around.
Yeah.
That'll really make up for it. We'll do that. We'll save that one for last. Which one are we going to start with first?
So I think the first one, just because I'm a PlayStation nerd, the vice president of engineering of PlayStation is a pedophile.
Nice.
Easy way to put it.
Going back to Xbox.
Next one. Okay, yeah, exactly. Next one.
Hey, with the papers. All right, on to next news.
No, yeah, dude. I guess they got it on video.
You obviously know everything about this. You just told me about it. So explain to me like you're explaining to the audience because I have no idea what you're talking about.
So I think it was one of those like stings where they set up an adult talking to the vice
Chris
president.
Hansen came in?
I think it's more like a YouTube type thing.
Chris Hansen to Catch Predator?
Because have you seen those YouTube guys doing this now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
so,
they're like bikers or something?
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen a few. There's like different videos, but yeah, they confront them. The police tell them to stop, actually.
Exactly. Oh, really?
Yeah, because it could be dangerous.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so I guess that's how they got this guy. They set up a sting. They told him, come meet me here. He was supposed to meet a 15-year-old boy. Wasn't a 15-year-old boy. This guy came out.
Do you think he promised them like 4 PS5s or something?
Probably, dude. I want to see, like, hey, if we meet up, I'll give you a PlayStation 5. Like, those are sold out, but like, not with me.
He would get me.
He's like, yeah. He's like, all right, hey, where do I meet you? But yeah, so they arrested him, and that's pretty big because it's kind of like in the middle of all this Jeffrey Epstein's type thing.
Yeah.
And he's like he's a man of power because he's PlayStation. Like, he's a vice president of PlayStation.
A lot of that stuff's going to come out, though, which really sucks because if all the rumors are true from what I've seen on like Facebook and YouTube is like based off like the log list, like going back to the Epstein case, going back to the log list, like from the people that were on the flights that visited the island. There's some of like my favorite actors and actresses and performers. So it really sucks. I don't know. I mean, but you know what? Fuck it. Like you get what you fucking deserve.
Yep.
You get what you get. Don't touch kids.
Don't touch kids.
Don't touch kids.
I don't get what this whole chomo thing is, though. Do you know?
Chomo?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a child homo?
Huh.
Wait, no, I don't know. I've heard that before, though.
Yeah. That's just the word for pedophile now, but I'm like, isn't it just like pedo? Like,
yeah.
Pedo?
You know,
pedo?
that's another thing, too, I was worried about. Like, I'm always scared because, like, my dad's done it. And now that he's old, like he's a way older guy, but he can tell, you know, like someone like, oh my God, you have a really like cute kid or beautiful kid. And like, he just means that as like, you know, you have a good looking kid or whatever. But like me, because I'm in that middle age where I'm not like really young, but I'm not old. I'm just like in that middle ground. Like, am I allowed to say that without the parents thinking like, what does he mean by that?
Like, I still think you're too young to say that.
Yeah. Like, like if I say it, do I got to say no pedo? Like at the end, like instead of no homo? Like, hey, cute kid, no pedo.
Well,
no
yeah,
pedo.
like if it was like a 12-year-old girl and she's like, oh, she's really pretty, like the
that'd be
like,
weird.
The parents like, what?
Yeah.
So I feel like I think we just need to get older.
Oh, okay.
Maybe once we have
I should probably just hold back on my comments until I get older.
Yeah. Maybe once we have kids, as people are like, okay, he's a parent. Like,
dude. But when I get my kid and like someone's like, oh, you got a cute kid, I'm like, what the fuck you looking at?
Like,
fucking
hey,
weirdo,
bitch.
Fucking chomo. Don't fucking look at my kid like that. Don't fucking say that. Kid's ugly. Don't fucking say that.
Like, my kid's fucking ugly. Stop.
I know you're fucking lying now. You fucking pedophile. No, yeah. So, going back to the whole PS5 thing, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
And
not PS5, just PlayStation.
No, it only happened during the PS5.
It's the PS5 era.
Yeah, when PS2, see, it's the new generation. When I was around PS2, PS3, even PS4. There was no PS3, was there? There was, yeah.
Yeah, there was.
Anyways, when I was around that time, there was no pedophiles, and all of a sudden you guys come around, and the fucking PS5 comes around, and all of a sudden you guys create pedophiles. The PS5 created pedophiles.
The PS5 created pedophiles.
You didn't hear it first, though. You heard it first here, guys.
You've heard it.
Between me and you exclusive.
We're gonna get fucking.
Hey, by the way, what's that guy's name? The CEO or whatever the fuck is?
I don't know his name.
Whatever his name is, send us a PS5.
Well, stop talking about it. And then the next one.
That'll shut us up.
Like, that'll shut us up for sure.
He's like, hey, fuck that guy, fucking weirdo. He's like, I'll send you a PS5. All right.
Yeah, he's cool.
What? I didn't see anything. It's so fucking terrible.
Just like, no.
You're like, what kid? Imagine he just like tries to get off like, oh, no pun intended. He tries to get off like in court and like, and he's just like, I'll send all you guys PS5s. They're like, all right, he didn't really do anything.
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Everyone's like, whoa, wait, what? Hey, just in time for the holidays, boys and girls.
Like, we have so much evidence. Like, nah, I don't think you did it.
I don't think you do. Hey, you remember that scene in
Chappelle Show?
No. In Big Daddy when he, at the very end when they have the homeless guy on the stand and he shows him the Big Mac bag and he changes his story. That'd be funny if in like the court, like they had someone up there, like another little kid, and he just had the PS5 and he's like, I don't think he did it.
I thought I had the PS5 box in here too, but I think it's in the closet.
Oh, you have a PS5?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you don't need to show your penis. You're good. You already got one.
But maybe I need a camera or like an extra control.
You want a PS10?
PS10.
I want two of them. I'm just kidding.
Oh shit!
I'm not. You know what? On another side note, I don't care right now to get a PS5, just because, like, I don't want to get it right away, and then like something happens, and then it's like because I was fucking pissed when I got the PS4 and I got this big ass box, and then the Slim came out, and I was like, oh man, and then it came with like the 2 terabyte, and I was like, oh man. So like I know for once I need to have patience, and the PS5 I think from what you said it's gonna stay that big, but I hope in a couple years they shrink it down a little bit and then it becomes like a bigger memory or something.
So it's gonna shrink down and it's gonna change, but the thing is once you get like this is the final PlayStation 4 or final PlayStation 5, then the PS6 is gonna be announced.
But see, and I'll be fine because that'll hold me over until the grace period of when the PS6 has hit that spot where it's the slim and it's the better version. So that's what I'm saying. I'm totally fine with that. And on top of that, I know like there's only like a handful amount of games that you can even play on the PS5 because there's not too many created yet.
Yeah. So I guess the PS5 will be around for a very long time. Like I have Cold War, I have Madden, I feel like there's not even that many games. Cold War and Madden. I feel like that's all I play.
Damn. I can remember getting like my first like PlayStation, like not the PlayStation 1, but like when I went from a PlayStation 1 to a PS2. Because like when I got the PS2, it was like years later. Like by that point, like PS3 was already about to come out, and it was like right around the time when like my parents like were like, all right, like yeah, we'll get it for you. And it was so exciting because it was at that time it was a major upgrade. Yeah, it was like a huge step up. Like now you go from the 4 to the 5, and it went from like I don't know, like 4K to like fucking 6K now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like better, but like unless you really know what you're doing, like then you really see the differences. But like going from a PlayStation 1 to a PS2, and like I remember seeing the commercials, and it looked so real.
Yeah,
and it was just insane.
I was looking at my things right now. So I have the PlayStation 2, then I had the PlayStation 3. PlayStation 4 and then a PlayStation 5.
Do you have all those now right now currently?
I think the PlayStation 3 is still at my mom's, but yeah, I have all of them. PlayStation 2, 3, and 4.
I'm about to buy Tony Hawk's Underground. Come over.
Dude, do it.
For the man over.
The man over?
The man sleepover.
The man sleepover. Fuck yeah.
What's next?
And then we had that other sad one.
What was it?
So this guy from Better.com, he was the CEO. I guess he got into a Zoom call with 900 people. And he fired them all.
So wait, so okay, when you show me the video, I thought he just had a Zoom call with everybody in the company, and then like certain people got the email. So whoever he Zoom called, those are the people?
Whoever you Zoom called, you were terminated effective immediately. Which sucks ass because it was December 1st. So you know all the holidays are coming up. But I'm pretty sure they're making like over 100K or whatever. But still.
But like
to get fired,
they know this is like the last good Christmas for a while.
Yeah,
it almost reminds me of that movie Fun with Dick and Jane.
Dude, yeah,
that's exactly what I thought. Of. And the guy ends up being a piece of shit, and then like someone goes.
Alec Baldwin, that guy's not in the news.
Bang bang. Oh.
Has that guy done anything recently? No. Nah.
I think there was this. No,
I don't think so.
Doesn't ring a bell.
No, whatever. But yeah, dude. And then once I saw him, like, dude, that would suck. You're just like at home, and then you're like. Oh, like this guy just called for a Zoom meeting. And we're all fired.
And it's also over a Zoom call, which I mean, I guess though, when you're like when you want to tell 900 people at once, it's probably the best thing to do is Zoom call because you can't have a conference because they're gonna murder you.
Yep.
In person.
Yep.
I mean, it's like similar to like breaking up with your girl over text or something, right?
Yeah, exactly. Actually.
Yeah.
And then I hate that I don't know how genuine he's being, but he's like. Last time I had to do this, I cried, so I know I'm going to cry again. So, and then I'm like, I have to lay off 15% of the company, but I'm like,
Well, my favorite part was in the very beginning when he was like, what does he say? I have some not so great news or something.
Yeah.
And like, that's kind of an understatement, buddy.
It's like, I'm about to lose my job. Like,
yeah. But like
that's hilarious. Yeah.
Like I wonder if someone that's that rich and that high of power, like, does he really have feelings, or if he's like, oh man, I gotta get this fucking Zoom call over with.
Like if I
gotta hurry up and break the news, and then so I could go back to my fucking tea time. Like,
yeah, exactly. No. If I lay off these 900 people, that means I'm gonna get $1 million or more a year. I'm good.
That's insane. Like at what point do you have so much money that you still want more? Like you can't sacrifice, like, say you're a billionaire and you can't sacrifice $1 million just to keep these people's jobs. You lose like whatever, I don't even know, dude. Once I get past like 1,000. No, I'm gonna say like once I get like past like 500,000, it blows my mind like how, because I always think like, okay, so if I have $500,000 and I buy something for $125,000, automatically I already have like I only have like 400,000 left, or I don't know how the math works.
328. Yeah, 375,000.
Yeah, so like I think like if someone's like a billionaire, so you're telling me if you buy like a $1.2 million yacht, you still have a ton more left.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's fucking insane.
Well, dude, like Elon Musk is worth like $400 billion.
So that's like all the money in the world times 2.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's no way you have that much money.
And it's funny because I remember being a little kid and people saying billion. I'm like, that's not even a fucking real thing. And now there's billionaires. It's like, what? And then there's trillionaires. That's a real thing, right? Trillionaires?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just jumping ahead of myself. Sorry, guys.
Almost.
Forget what I said.
Maybe in a couple years.
But yeah, so like it just blows my mind. Like, because when I think about it,
one day, Jordan.
Yeah, one day I'll be there. But like when I see people with that much money, and it's like, oh man, like I'll lose. Like, say I have $5 million. If I keep these 900 people, I'll lose $1 million. So I only have 4 million. So it's like I'm just gonna fire these so I can keep my 5. Like, you really need 5 million. You can't get rid of a few things. You can't get rid of your few.
Just
hundred
sell one
cars.
Lamborghini. Yeah,
like, so yeah, like exactly. Like, I don't know, but you know,
sell one of your 10 houses.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, sorry, we can't go to Barbados this year. We have to sell it.
Fuck.
We're gonna have to settle for Ibiza. Oh, Dad, you suck. You're the worst dad ever.
Wow, Dad. What are we, poor?
Dude, oh my God. Speaking of this, it made me so mad, but maybe I'm just being a hater. The other day, have you seen this video on TikTok? There's this guy, this like dad walks in and all his kids are in the room. And they're like, they seem like they're all like teenagers. They're all older. And he has like, I don't know how many kids he fucking had, but he looked like he had like 8 or 9 checks. And he's like, you guys, he's like, you all get to pull from this pile of checks. And it was like fanned out. And he's like, it could be as little as, what did he say? I think he said as little as $1,500 or as high as $35,000. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, and then in the comments, and a lot of people were like, did he say as little as? Like, dude. And then the first kid pulls and he's like, oh, I only got 3,500. He's like, oh, that's still nice. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, I was so, you know,
like 3,500.
Dude, like I have this thing where I'll scroll and I'll scroll like, and then I'll watch the video. I have this fucking messed up like routine. I'll just scroll like, and I won't even watch the video. I'll just scroll like it, and then I'll watch it. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. And I'll unlike it. I liked it, and then I'm like watching it. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I was like, this does not deserve a like. Like, fuck these kids. Fuck that family.
Well, I don't know if you ever saw that TikTok that went viral.
Fuck you for recording this.
that TikTok that went viral that said, these are my guy friends, and this is how much we make a year. This is how much vacation time we have, and this is how much we can spend on this vacation.
I think I saw this.
And then he's like, the one, what was it, like poor Bob? He's like, he only makes $125,000 a year, so we try to accommodate for him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck? $125,000? That's your poorest friend? I'm like, must be nice.
That shouldn't even be considered poor. That's so
Not
sad.
at all. Not at all.
And I feel like poor old Bob. They're like, he because of him we have to accommodate to him. And he's like,
they probably talk shit to him.
And he's like, hey, I'm doing pretty good. What are you talking
exactly. Like, I just came back from Ibiza.
Yeah, what are you guys talking about? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't afford a yacht to take me to Ibiza. I'm sorry, guys, I have to fly there, or some shit.
First class.
Yeah. Ew, you still fly first class? You don't have your own private jet.
Like,
wait.
Oh, sorry.
You go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna go to the third current event because you had a really good one.
I was gonna ask you though, if you had the option, and you had the money, would you get a private jet?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I've always wanted to.
You're one of those guys.
Oh yeah, dude. If I become rich, just know right now I'm gonna be fucking flaunting the shit out of
He would lay off 9,000 people.
9,000 for $1 million, just 1 million. No,
That's
dude.
the kind of guy Andy
I've been poor my whole life. Like, give me that time. Like,
stay humble, Andy.
I've been poor 26 years. I'm going to be rich for 26 years.
I wish your parents watch this. You're like, what the fuck? We weren't poor. Piece of shit. We gave them the best life we could, you son of a bitch.
They gave me the best life they could with 25,000. Okay. Just fucking pissed though. But
no, I get what you're saying though. I totally understand where you're coming from.
But I'm gonna be like, I'm still gonna be humble. Like I'm still gonna give back. Like I might take the cab once in a while.
I might get an Uber. I'll give my driver a day off. Why not?
One day.
Hey, chill out. One day, yeah. Only on Christmas day.
Hey. No.
That's pushing it, buddy.
I need them for Christmas
You're
Day.
pushing your luck. All right, so now we're gonna turn it up a notch. I'm gonna be the bear of good news. I'm gonna be
for the first time.
I'm gonna be the polar bear of good news. And so I have this article. It's not word for word, but it's very. I've heard it and everything. So there was the CEO of the company Spanks, right? Which I'm assuming is probably like the Spanks like that girls wear. So she sold it for, I want to say like $500,000 or $1 million or like some like crazy. It's like either $1 million.
$500 million.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, so she sold it and it was a female, by the way. So cheers to women for once again getting a W. But you're still like,
don't say it.
500,000 to 10.
What?
All right, Kamala Harris, we'll give you 11. All right, guys. All right. But I'm super sexist. Fuck it. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So she she sold she was gonna sell the company, and before she did, she gave her like all her employees, and I want to say it was like the number was like either like 100 and some employees or like 700 and some. It was one of those or in between. Who knows? And anyways. Before she left, she gave them all one last gift. She gave them two gifts. The first gift was two plane tickets to wherever they want in the world.
Wow.
And the second gift was, I believe it was $10,000 for that trip.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. And it was insane. And I watched the video, and she don't do no fucking bullshit Zoom, you piece of shit. She actually had, but it makes sense. It's good news. So of course they're going to love her, not fucking want to kill her. But so she had like an auditorium full of all the people, all her employees, and she was announcing it to them. And it's funny because first she announces the 2 plane tickets and everyone's like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then she announces and by the way, you're also gonna get $10,000. And I was like, yeah, like everyone went crazy.
Would you cry?
Oh dude, I would cry in a heartbeat. And I thought about it too. And this is cool because it turns into like a question now. It's like, first off, you say you were in this crowd and you got these 2 tickets. First off, where would you go? It's to anywhere in the world.
Fuck, dude, that's hard.
Marley. Hey, who said I was bringing Marley?
Like me and Marley.
What the fuck?
I'm stuck in between Rome or Paris.
Hold on, you know what we should do?
What?
If say we were both in the crowd, you would use your ticket for me and you, and then I would use my ticket for me and you. So we technically would have 2 trips.
We got 2 trips.
And we got $20,000. Hey, I'm just thinking about you, my partner, or my business partner.
There you go. Saida and Marley are like, where are we going? Like, oh,
we'll give you 1,000. We'll give you a G.
We'll give you guys each 1,000. Yeah, there you go. That's 2,000.
Have fun shopping.
Like, yeah, go.
Yeah,
we'll be in Rome.
I'm telling you, when we get big, we're gonna fire 9 million people. We don't give a fuck. Anything we need to do to keep our millions and billions and all our yachts. I got used to driving all different colors of my Lambo. You think I want to get rid of one?
Yeah, dude. Come on.
Hey, I support the LGBTQ community. I got the whole rainbow of all cars.
Yeah. All of them. All the colors.
Yeah, if I take one out, then what? Now you guys going to cancel me because I got rid of the rainbow? Like, no, I can't be that
Come
guy.
on, man.
Come on.
We support everybody.
So if I fire you in the future, I'm sorry, but I got to keep my collection.
Come on.
I got to live up to the standard of who I am.
The new Lamborghini's coming out next year.
Come on. You're really going to...
You're going to deprive me of the new Lamborghini?
You want me to keep you... like with a job so I don't get this? Like,
come on,
how
man.
Selfish are you?
You're selfish.
You son of a bitch. You piece of shit. How do you sleep at night? Oh, man.
And it starts now. Hey, we got 35 views on our last video, so fuck you.
Yeah, that's 5 more than last time, so we're fucking shooting to the moon. What's higher than the moon?
Mars?
Shooting to Mars.
Shooting to Mars.
We're going to have all the money, so we're going to live on Mars, while you little peasants live on little old Earth.
They're going to stop watching after this.
They're like, yo, fuck these guys.
Fuck these guys.
Fuck these guys. You know what?
We're kidding, guys. Wait, not you 35 people. We'll keep you on.
Yeah.
You guys are cool.
You'll get $1,000 from us.
One day.
From our billions, you'll get 1,000. Hey, in payments, all right, $50 a month.
It doesn't even make a difference. Like, yeah, my $50 check is coming in, I guess.
For like the next 5 years or something. I don't know how much. I'm terrible at math.
$5 every month, like for the next 5 years.
Yeah. I'm set.
Shit. I'm set for real.
We'll say that. In 5 years, I'll have $1,000. That math is also incorrect. I know, guys.
I know.
I've been drinking. Also, I don't go to school.
All right, you want to take a quick break?
Sure.
Cool. We'll be right back with our billions.
You think I'm addicted?
I know you're addicted.
Hey,
What's up, peasants?
Go big or go home.
All right, guys. So now, with all our billions of dollars, we're going to have our very favorite segment, Question of the Day.
Here comes the money.
Hey.
Jordan, stop. It's going to take forever for me to edit.
Babe,
Stop.
babe.
Wait, no.
That's what I'm trying to do, Andy. I'm trying to pay homage to our favorite movie.
Hot Rod.
Sorry. All right.
So you have a question? Do you want to go first or do I go first?
I have a question.
Okay. Go ahead.
Who would win in a bar fight?
Ooh.
A taco or a sandwich? No, I'm just kidding. No. Okay, so my question, actually, I have a question, but...
Okay. I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready. Mentally, I'm prepared.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you rather have your significant other be a stripper or an OnlyFans girl?
Ooh.
And all these I actually came up with on my own. I randomly come up with that at work, and I just type them in real quick.
If she's an OnlyFans girl, does she show her face?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if she's an OnlyFans girl, it's everything. But you got to remember, if she's an OnlyFans girl, it's only via web. So no one's physically seeing her. No one can do anything to her. It's all just giving her money, and she's just doing all this stuff. And then if she's a stripper, though, let's just say, she's a stripper. Let's just say it's only topless, right? This one, they serve alcohol till 2. So, the rule is you got to at least keep the bottoms on. So she just leaves topless, but she can go to the back and give guys private dances. And they sometimes offer her more money to do more things. She takes them, maybe she doesn't. I don't know.
I think maybe just OnlyFans because they make so much money.
But remember, they're seeing everything.
Oh, I know.
And let's be fair. You'll if she has to do a video where it's like, we want to see you and a guy, it can only be you. So hey, you make another extra, you already have billion, make about billion 500 with your little side job.
Fuck, dude. That is hard because I think about like strippers. You probably dance for maybe the song, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And then like OnlyFans is just out there, and people are gonna leak it.
Yeah, everyone does.
That's hard, Jordan.
All right, Andy. Well, that's the whole point.
All right. Well,
as much as this question is hard, so will you if your girl was an OnlyFans girl.
I'm gonna go stripper just because you kind of got me with just topless only, then just stripper.
So you're okay with like guys getting private dances and they're touching her boobs?
Well, they're not touching her.
I mean, that's usually
what
they
I know.
do. Usually what they do in private dances. Honestly, I'm going to go with OnlyFans girl. Because 1, I think it's way more money. 2,
that's all I was thinking about.
2, you're just doing this stuff, you post it, and then people, you don't know who's seeing it, you don't know who's watching it, you're just getting all this money, and you're doing what you like to do on a normal basis, but you're filming it. So I'm going to go with OnlyFans girl.
Okay.
As you can tell, I've thought about this very deep and hard. Very, very hard.
I feel like it is
very hard.
It is the better option, but I feel like with strippers, it's just such a small, like not too many people. With OnlyFans, anybody in the world can like.
All right, well, let's change this up then. She's a stripper in Atlanta.
All right, then OnlyFans. Well, that changes everything. Jordan,
why don't you say that from the beginning?
Then that's easy.
That would be an easy question.
Okay, cool. So my question to you.
What's your question to me?
All right, our podcast has been hitting it big. Spotify offers us $100 million for our podcast.
Okay.
What do we do with $100 million?
Like we have to spend it all in one day? Or like,
sure.
Or are you asking me like,
What do we do? What do we do overall with $100 million?
Oh, dude, right away. First off, either we get a bigger house and get a studio in the house made, or we get a studio made.
Okay.
And I'm talking like a warehouse where we have like all our shit, like, and we have the best cameras, the best recording equipment, and we have access, and we spend money. We fly celebrities out and we interview them. Like, my thing is, and I don't know, you guys can fucking be like, no, he's lying, but like I've always said, like the money I make from the podcast is going to go straight back into it. Okay. Because like I want to, with that money, it's like, okay, well now we're going to have better, better recording, better lighting, better anything that like pleases the audience as far as like audio wise, visual wise. I'll have a badass studio, like with neon lights, like everything I've always wanted, like for the podcast. Like I would take care of that first, because obviously I made that money because of this podcast. Mm-hmm. So that'd be the first thing right away. And then probably buy a house in Ibiza, and then probably like Dominican, and then I probably like.
Well, how much are we using for the podcast? Remember, it's two of us.
Okay. That's the only thing that sucks about doing a double podcast. You have to split it down the middle. Hey, well, and he's gonna be like, "Well, it was my house, so we'll do 70-30."
So I mean, it's 100 million, so
500,000 or what the fuck?
500. Hey, whoa, hey, yeah, you can take 500,000.
Fuck you, I'm terrible at math.
No, but I mean,
okay,
like,
so we split it down the middle.
Do we use 50,000 for the podcast, and you and me split 25-25?
Yeah.
Or?
So that's the thing is like I feel like we both put in 50% of I put in 50, you put in 50. So when it comes to money wise, it should be split the same way. Okay. I mean, I feel like for the most part, everything we've gotten, or at least some stuff we've gotten, has been like, all right, like I'll Venmo you the other half. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. And that's just how it should work, because we're in this together. So it's like we should, no matter what. You know, I'm not gonna be like, oh well, I do this, you know, so I should get paid a little more. Like no, like I'm all about 50-50 both ways. So when it comes down to it, yeah. So if we got like a whole studio and it was like 50,000, then yeah, you pay 25, I pay 25.
Okay,
that was good math, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You said
another dub.
50 million, but
well, no, 50,000 for the studio. Talking about like for the studio, just like that's our budget. Because I feel
you would just put 50,000,
dude. How much? 50,000 is a lot.
Yeah, well,
that's a lot. That's literally enough to get all brand new shit, the top notch best, and still hire like 4 or 5 fucking people to produce this for us. Editing, everything.
I was thinking like 10 million or 5 million for all that.
Oh, whoa. Damn. We're going to have to do anything at that point.
Well, that's what I mean.
We're going to come in, sit down, and fucking just talk, and then leave, and then everything's done already. Like, that's going to be... And I don't know. See, that's the thing, too, is like, there's certain things of the podcast that I don't want to lose. Like, just because we have the money, like, I don't want to hire someone to, like, okay, come up with new material for us. Like, no, I want to put that into... I want to still... have that. I still want to have like a part of me in the podcast.
Yeah. So we would come up with the material,
other than just a face and
but we would have someone editing. We would have someone and shooting.
Yeah. But you know what? I thought about it because, I mean, I'm not bragging, but like, so I do the little Instagram thing. But I mean, you do the whole editing, the audio, all that shit. So I do the little Instagram. When you guys see the Instagram clip, little snippets, I really take enjoyment in those. I watch the whole episode through, and I look for little parts that I think would be like the funniest. I like to do. I think it'd be cool to do like movie previews, because you find the most interesting parts of the movie, and that's what engages the audience to really want to watch the movie. Like, oh, I want to see more of that. So I try to do that with our little snippets on Instagram. So that's something that I would still want to do.
Okay.
I know it sounds crazy, like, but because I've thought about that. Like, say if we had the money to have someone, edit and post it and everything, I would, even if they did that, I'd be like, oh, I don't like that. That part's not that funny. Like, I know what is funny for the podcast. I know what people see, and they're like, oh my God, like that was a good little snippet, and they want to hear more of it. So I feel like I'm good at that. And so I would want to keep that going. That's something like I would still want to do. Yeah.
I get you.
Because I know for you, like editing the whole episode is probably like, okay, I could have someone easily do this. But something like that, it's really like everything, every little snippet I put in, I really think like, okay, because dude, like, I don't know if you know this, but like I'll watch the whole episode and I'll cut little pieces, and it'll be like a 5-minute long video. And then I have to go down and I have to make it 1 minute, exactly 1 minute. Because anything over, it turns into a reel. Anything less is just, it's not enough at all. Even 1 minute's not enough. So I'll make I'll be like 5 minutes and I'll have to go through and then cut. Then I'll go down to 3 minutes and then I'll go and I keep going down. I'm cutting so much stuff and it's hurting my heart because it's like that needs to be in there, but there's better things. So it's like I have to pick the best of the best in the clips. So
I get you.
It's something I really enjoy doing. So that's probably something I would just keep to myself. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'd have to, I would be down to hire like a marketing team. Like, okay, help us. How do we make this podcast bigger? Like you know what I always wanted? I always wanted to make like I always wanted to have like a brainstorming team where we meet up once a week and it's like, all right, cool. Shoot me your ideas. Like I said, like I don't want someone to like write material for us, but I would like if everyone just like, all right, you go. Like, give me a topic, give me something, give me a new segment. That would be fun.
I think that'd be cool, and I think we would be able to pull more podcasts out.
Oh, like of course.
1 to 2.
Oh, yeah.
1 to 2 episodes a week.
So my plan too is if when it gets to that point, I don't want to say if that should be out of my category. My vocabulary when that gets to that point, I think like my goal would be to do like 3 episodes a week, 3 or 2. Cool. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, because the way I see it is like if we get to that point where we're so big where people really enjoy it, that obviously means they want more. Because I know I listen to a lot of podcasts and they only post once a week. And there's one I'm listening to right now, and I'll listen to the new one as soon as it comes out. Listen to it right away. And then I go back, and because I just recently found them, so they're probably like a good, I don't even know if they're at 100 yet, because they don't number theirs, they just do a title. Okay. So I don't know where they're at number-wise, but like as soon as a new one comes out, I'll listen to it or watch it, and then I'll go back to the very beginning, and I'm like slowly catching up to like when they post new ones, and like it's getting up there.
It's getting close.
Yeah, but cool. It's because they only post once a week. So I would like to give, if everyone wanted, like, okay, let's give them 2 episodes this week.
That'd be cool.
Or like let's go to 2 episodes a week now.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. That was a good question. I just thought I heard it on another podcast and I was like, I wonder what we would do.
Yeah. Do you want to hear the real answer now?
Yeah.
All right. So first off, I'd probably fire you and hire someone like different. And then I'd probably
buy the room.
I'd probably buy your house from you. I would force you to
force you out
of the house.
You're just gonna stay in here?
I would just give you. I'll be like, here's $50,000. Get out of here.
Come on, get out. Go.
And then I just start this whole thing over. And then I would get like, I turn your guys' main room. I'd smash that whole side down and make it one big room. and then probably get like, I'd probably make the garage bigger so I could fit like 5 or 6 cars. The ones I'd drive like Monday through Friday.
No, yeah.
And then like I'd build a garage. Like I'd probably buy the next 2 houses down the street.
Of course.
Smash them down, make one big lot so I could have a big garage where I store the rest of my 40 cars. And then the park across the street, smash that down, turn it into a big old warehouse where I have like my studio and I have a little like a shopping center where only I can shop.
This side
yeah,
of Yuma.
I'm just gonna own Yuma. That's the real answer.
Nice,
yeah.
Cool. I like it. You wouldn't move away?
No, I love Yuma. I want all of Yuma to turn into Jordan Land.
You don't think Jordan Land? Do you think if we were to make a big deal, you think we would move?
Okay,
Sooner or later we would have to, right?
We would have to just for the opportunity. It would be in like as far as like the grand scheme of things, like when it comes to money, it would be smarter to move like to LA where there's more access to celebrities and like people we really want to get on and they're really closer. Because if we live here, more than likely like 99%, almost like every fucking guest we would want, we'd have to fly out. That would just be more money. So like financially, it'd be smart to move to an area where most of those people already live, and it's just like. We'll still pay them money, but you're just driving down to our studio and then do an episode.
Yeah.
Or we just do a Joe Rogan thing where we just show them a good ass time.
That's true. That's very true.
Because sometimes, dude, like, I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but like, if I was invited on a podcast and they were like, you're going to stay at my place for the weekend. Because I just assume this is what the comedians I listen to is what they do is like they invite someone over and they show them a good ass time. They're like, you can stay at my house. We're going to do a podcast. I'm going to take you to dinner. I'm going to take you to a football game and a baseball game. And then we're going to do this crazy shit. We're going to go shooting.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if they get paid. I don't know. Some of them do, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure some guests, they get paid.
But yeah.
Some do it for a check. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure some do it for a check. But for the most part, I think they have that good pool where they're like, I'll show you a good time, And I'm pretty sure they offer to pay them. And they're like, no, dude, like, you don't have to do that. Like, I have money myself.
I'm here for fun, yeah.
Yeah, I have money myself. Like, just show me a good time. Like, show me something that I normally don't do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, 2025, we're moving to LA.
I say 20. I say next year we're moving out.
Next
baby.
year, fuck it.
Dream big, baby.
Hey,
next
don't
year,
forget
baby.
to like, share, and subscribe. Because of you, we love doing this. And
yeah, all jokes aside, seriously, guys, like, we really enjoy doing this. Obviously, you know, we're still like at that little middle area where we're only getting like 30 views and stuff, and we fucking love it because that is showing me that those 30 people are still constantly watching it, and because of you 30, you're gonna make this get bigger. You're gonna share it, as we hope you will, and we enjoy every one of you. And
then sooner or later, we're gonna have like a T-shirt to give away.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that.
Exactly.
But thank you very much, everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you show everybody. We have a link tree with our Apple, our Spotify, and our YouTube.
Oh, and now on Instagram, we can post a link. Did you see that?
No.
They made it available to everyone.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, but real quick before we end.
I've been doing that with my TikTok.
Yeah. So like normally you had to have like a certain amount of followers or something, and then you could do the whole swipe up thing where it take you straight to what they wanted. Dude, now Instagram finally listened to us.
Everyone.
They opened it up. You can if you go to post a story, and on the thing where you post stickers, there's one that says link. Click on it, and then it brings up a little thing where you can copy and paste whatever you want. Anything like, you know, like for us, we'll post like the YouTube or like the YouTube link. So all you gotta do is when you see our post, you just click on it and it takes you right to the video, easy access, watch it, and boom. So you guys take advantage of that shit too, because that's something that I've always was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, how am I ever gonna get to that point of 10,000 followers if I can't even direct them to where they need to be? Like, you should allow it to us right away. That way you can help us. But yeah, so fucking look out for that, because dude, I'm so excited about that.
Cool. All right. So be on the lookout.
Love you, Andy.
All right. Love you, Jordan. We'll see you later.
We're out.
Bye, guys.